Good afternoon. I am meteorologist Danielle Moss with another weather update for you. What can you expect? What is going on? Let's get right on into it. Here is the latest update on our forecast and what we are seeing and what we want you to know. Here's a look at those graphics for you. We are under a weather impact alert, and that is for the cold weather and some snowfall as well. Here is a look at our latest. Make sure that you are prepared for freezing, frigid temperatures. We're tracking some snowfall. We want to protect your pipes, your pets, your people, and we want you to be prepared as well because big weather changes are on the way. Here's a look at our current satellite and radar. All of this white and gray, that is actually snowfall. Some of it's not making it to the ground though. So that's very, very important for you to know that even though we're seeing this white and this gray here into Georgia, it's just not quite falling yet, which is good news. That is limiting some of our impacts over the next few hours. But we're going to take a closer look. We're starting to see some reports coming in from Columbus, Georgia. Starting to see some snow flurries making it to the ground. So you already know the big weather changes are on the way. Here's a look into Newnan. Those grounds look just fine. We're not seeing any snowfall accumulating there just yet. Currently it's 30 degrees, but it feels like 21 out there. It feels very cold, but you know what? Believe it or not, we are actually slightly warmer than we were this time yesterday, but that's not going to be remaining the case. Tomorrow, your Wednesday, going to be a very cold day. Here is a live look. What you're seeing right now, that camera is shaking, the wind is blowing. You can see the water. This is in New Orleans. Very heavy snowfall right now. Over the next few hours, our temperatures will be falling. This is here in Atlanta. Our current temperatures by 2 p.m. will be at 32, and then by 4 p.m. 30. And then as we head into the evening hours, we'll be into the upper 20s. We are under a winter weather advisory and there is a winter storm warning as well. This is from 10 a.m. this morning until 7 a.m. on your Wednesday. So what do you need to know? Here in the metro Atlanta area, we could be seeing up to 2 inches of snowfall. So be prepared for that. Make sure that you are aware. We're going to time out that snowfall for you in just 1 second. Here's some 3 things that you need to know, right? We're going to be staying at or below freezing. That's really our number one concern right now. That cold weather, we're just not going to be able to shake it. We'll likely see that snowfall southeast today. We're already starting to see some flurries right now, but no great accumulations at this moment. But once we do start to see it fall, we will have some impacts on our roadways, and that is because it's cold. It's so much colder than what it was when it snowed in the second week of January. It's so cold that whatever falls is going to freeze overnight tonight. So that's why we are anticipating some pretty big impacts on our roads. Now, here's a look at our forecast track. This is our short range model. It's not picking up on much snowfall here in the metro Atlanta area. It has most of it staying towards Macon, those heavier bands of snow. And as we put into motion, it barely clips Atlanta. I don't think this is quite accurate. I think that we are going to see at least a few flurries as we head into the next few hours, at least a dusting. I do think that maybe about half of an inch is the only thing that we're anticipating on seeing. This is a snow potential involved with that last model, that short range model that I just showed you. In the metro Atlanta area, maybe about half of an inch towards Eatonton, Sunset Village, even back towards Columbus, around 1 to 1.5 inch. And that seems to be accurate. Columbus is already seeing some of those flurries falling now. So the longer you see the snow, the greater your potential to see some of the longer, heavier snowfall. Once again, here in the metro Atlanta area right now, I'm thinking about half of an inch to an inch most likely. And as we take a wider view of it, we could see as low as half of an inch or as great as 2 inches. And that's if we are really, really lucky. So keep that in mind as you are planning your day. You don't want to be caught off guard that we are going to be seeing some pretty heavy snowfall totals really, really soon. Most likely half of an inch to an inch here in the metro Atlanta area. But as we get into the afternoon and evening hours, that will be a better chance for us to see some of that heavier snowfall. Let's take a look at one of the longer range forecasts, and that will help us take another look at another model that we are keeping our eye on. This is our American model. So what is the American model saying? I think this one is overdoing the snow. So it's bringing the snow further north of Atlanta, and I don't think that this is necessarily going to happen either. Our sweet spot will probably be the European model. Now, as we get into the evening hours, we are anticipating the snowfall to increase. Whatever is off to the west will be heading our way. It will not be as heavy. We're not going to be seeing those really heavy snow bands, but there's definitely a chance for some pretty decent snowfall across some parts of Georgia. Now into our European track. This is the one that I think is a little bit more accurate. You're already seeing some of that snowfall making its way into West Georgia. As it continues to develop, definitely clipping the metro Atlanta area. That's going to provide our dusting, and then we start to see things taper off as we head into the overnight hours. Now, as we head into the overnight hours, we're going to start to see some clearing. That cloud cover is going to be moving out of here as well. So as you prepare for your Wednesday, things are going to look a little bit better. Unfortunately, we'll still be very, very cold. Here's a look at your model comparison. So for the American model, once again, it's bringing it further north of the metro Atlanta area, and our European model looks to me to be probably most accurate of what we can see. Here's a look at those numbers, and you can see the difference as well. That American model even has places near Canton and Gainesville, Marietta, even close to Rome, getting half of an inch, which is a dusting, all the way to around an inch. Here in Atlanta, that American model has us getting an inch to an inch and a half, and near Peachtree City, some people could maybe even be seeing 2 inches of snowfall. Now, the European model, like I said, I am assuming that we're probably going to get most of that European model totals, and that's like a dusting here in the metro Atlanta area. Once again, this is my forecast for what we are anticipating as we head into the rest of today in the metro Atlanta area. Do not be alarmed by all of the snowfall that you're seeing on social media, because it is a lot happening off to our west. In fact, here is a look over the last 6 hours. New Orleans, Gulfport, Mississippi, seeing really heavy snowfall right now. And that is definitely something that it's fun to look at, but that's going to have some major impacts on their roadways. And here is a look at the snow in New Orleans. The visibility is really low. Off to the west, West Louisiana have blizzard warnings. That's the first time ever that they've had blizzard warnings. So this is a pretty strong storm that is moving our way. We're not going to be seeing this amount of snowfall, which is great news for us, but it is going to be cold, and we are looking at a little bit of snow. Speaking of the cold, that is another threat that we're keeping our eye on. We are under a cold weather advisory. So that means wind chills could be anywhere from 5 to 15. That's what it could feel like outside. So you need to make sure that you are dressed appropriately. If we get any snowfall and the kiddos want to go play, it's very important that they are dressed appropriately, because it's going to be much colder than what it was the last time that we had snow. So don't be fooled. Even though we aren't anticipating as much snowfall, it's still going to have some great impacts. Here's a look at our feels like temperatures as we head into the evening. This goes along with that cold weather story for us. Around 6 p.m. feeling like 18 degrees here in the metro Atlanta area, feeling like 9 in Blairsville. And as we continue, tomorrow morning is just going to be brutally cold, unfortunately. Feeling like 8 degrees here in the metro Atlanta area, and maybe even -2 in Dalton. Here's the thing, a lot of schools might cancel or postpone or do remote learning again tomorrow, but if you're not seeing a lot of snowfall, some of your kids might have to go to school. So make sure that they are bundled and dressed appropriately as they go to school on Wednesday, because it wasn't this cold on Friday of last week. Now, as you continue to look at our feels like temperatures, by Wednesday afternoon around lunchtime, it'll be more like 23 degrees. We'll have plenty of sunshine throughout the day. In fact, here's a look at your planner. We're going to end up being slightly above that freezing mark. So around 3 p.m., around 35 degrees, but that wind is going to make it feel like 30. And as we head into the evening hours, we're going to be back into the low 20s. And that's why those roadways could definitely have some large impacts on them, because once you pass that freezing mark, everything that's on the ground that did not melt away, it did not dry out, going to anticipate refreezing to be happening as well. This puts it into perspective a little bit better. This is your actual temperature versus your wind chill. So in the morning, 17 degrees, which is very cold, but feels like 6 degrees. And by Wednesday afternoon, it'll be 38, but feels like 26. Here's like that 7-day forecast for you. I think this is just as important as all of the winter weather that we are monitoring. Our weather impacts alert goes from today all the way into your Wednesday morning, and that's because it's going to be so cold, and whatever falls from the sky is definitely going to be left over as we head into your Wednesday. Temperatures climb into the upper 30s, but it won't feel like that for Wednesday. As we get into your Thursday and Friday, that'll be our best time to see some melting. So temperatures will be back into the low 40s, maybe even the mid 40s. And for your Saturday and Sunday, we'll actually be back into the 50s. So this weekend looking absolutely great. But you just need to make sure that you are weather aware for the next few days. Also, we love to see your snow photos, so I think this is a great time to go ahead and join the 11 Alive Weather Impact Facebook group. In fact, right now, go ahead, join us, facebook.com/groups, 11 Alive Weather Impact Team. You can see all of the winter photos from the last time, and you can also see any of the photos that people upload this time. This is also a great time to go ahead and download our app so that you can stay up to date with notifications and alerts. It's going to be very cold in the next few days. Now, while we aren't anticipating power outages because we're not looking at any ice falling from the sky, you never know. So you want to make sure that you are prepared so that you can know exactly what's happening outside of your window. I think that is just as important as what's going on from the inside of your home. Once again, though, I want to take you back through the watches and the alerts and everything that you need to know. So here is a look at those graphics. Once again, a winter weather advisory in place and a winter storm warning in place until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. That means that here in the metro Atlanta area, unfortunately, we could be seeing up to 2 inches of snowfall. And that cold weather advisory, also a very big deal for us because this means that it's going to be very cold. When you factor in the wind chill, it could feel more like 5 to 15 degrees. And in the mountains, in the North Georgia mountains, it could feel like -5 to 5 degrees. So very important, once again, to make sure that you are dressed appropriately. We have that weather impact alert once again through Wednesday morning. Make sure that you are prepared for the frigid temperatures and tracking of the snowfall. Protect your pipes, your pets, and your people. That is very important for you to do. We don't want to have anyone caught off guard by this. We want to make sure that you all are in the know for whatever it is that you are prepared for, especially when it comes to the snow and the winter. We're doing these updates all day long, so you want to make sure that you are keeping it right here on 11 Alive Plus, or watch us live on TV. But for now, I'm meteorologist Danielle Moss. We'll come on again in an hour to give you another update.